In this video, we're going to make a simple pine tree and put basic materials on that. Start by hitting A to select everything and then delete to get rid of all of it. Then Shift A to open the add menu, mesh, circle. Come down to the bottom left and we're going to open the add circle menu and change the vertices to 8. Next, we're going to look at it from the front by hitting 1 on the number pad and then switch to edit mode. With everything selected, we'll hit E to extrude, Z to lock it on the Z axis, and pull this up a little bit for the base of the tree. So I'm just going to look and make sure that the front and back did extrude up, and it did. So 1 on the number pad to look at it from the front, E to extrude and make new vertices, S to scale, and we're just going to pull that out for the base of the tree, or not the base of the tree, but the base of where all the needles start. Now that I have this part extruded out, and I'm just double checking that it looks correct, I'll hit 1 on the number pad to look at it from the front, G to grab, Z to pull it down so it drapes down just a little bit. Then hit E to extrude, hit Z so it goes straight up, left click, S to scale, and pull it in a little bit. Now how much you pull it up and go in is really up to you. You can do a little bit different if you want. It doesn't have to look exactly like mine. So I'm going to repeat that process. E to extrude, S to scale, pull it out a little bit. And I don't want it going out farther than what's the bottom part. I want it to be in just a little bit. Left click, G to grab, Z to pull it down and go down just a little bit and stop. E to extrude, Z to lock it on the Z axis, move it up a little bit. Left click, S to scale to bring it in. And we're going to repeat that process and continually get smaller until we get to the point at the top. So E to extrude, S to scale, pull it out, left click, G to grab, Z for the Z axis, pull it down, left click, E to extrude, Z to make sure we go straight up, place it by left clicking, scale to bring it in, and repeat. E, S, move it out, G, Z, move it down, E, Z, move it up, S to scale to bring it in, E to extrude, S to scale, pull it out, G to grab, Z to move it down, E to extrude, Z to go up, S to scale, E to extrude, S to scale, G to grab, Z to move it down, E, Z, and we'll make this the top. So I'm just going to scale that in really small. Doesn't have to be careful that you don't go so far that it starts to cross and do weird things. And with that little part at the top, I'll hit F to make a face. And this makes the basic shape of our pine tree. Now we're going to add some materials to it. So let's just hit A to select everything. We'll go to the material tab here in the bottom right, or in the bottom of the tabs here on the properties panel. We're going to hit new, and this gives it a material. We're going to make this material a green, and later we're going to change these settings, so it doesn't really matter which green. And we can't see if it's working or not. So let's go here to the material preview tab, or button, I should say. So we can see that all of it is green. Now we want the base to be kind of a grayish brown. So we're going to click this button to add a material slot. We're going to click new, and we'll make this kind of a grayish brown. Like I said, we're going to set these up more complex later, so just pick a color for now. And we want that to only be applied to this little bottom section. So to do that, I'm just going to angle my screen so I can select just the bottom vertices. Then I'm going to hold Control and press the plus sign on the number pad 1 time, and that will add everything that's connected to these vertices. Then we'll click Assign, and that will give that color to the base of the pine tree. Then we can switch to object mode, and let's go ahead and name this pine tree. And let's go to our materials, and our brown we're just going to call bark. And the green we're going to call needles. We are going to make some trees with leaves, so we're going to call those leaves later. So we'll do needles for this, and then the other trees we'll call leaves. So that is all the steps to create the pine tree.